Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching my first video if you did. If you didn't, check it out. My biggest reasons for leaving Jehovah's Witnesses. But in this video, I kind of want to go into, I'm going to be sharing more systematically, chronologically, my life growing up. But sometimes when I'm feeling it, I just got to get on here. And today's one of those days, I just feel it. Ask yourself, if I told you, say we're friends, right? And I told you that I'm going to come over and visit your home, right? You might stay in another state, and I gotta make a trip to get there. And I keep telling you I'm coming, and I'll tell you I'm coming by a certain date, right? I'm telling you, hey, I'm gonna come see you next Friday. I'm gonna come see you next Friday, and I don't show up, and I got some excuse or something, or something came up. You might be like, no big deal, we'll make it happen. And then next month I say the same thing, and each month goes by. I keep saying I'm coming. How long are you gonna give me until you be like, this dude ain't coming? He ain't coming. Well, that's how it was growing up as one of Jehovah's Witnesses. I was told on a monthly basis, probably weekly, of course, at every meeting. Yeah, weekly, because every meeting, we had 5 meetings a week growing up. And at every single meeting, there was something about Armageddon's gonna be here. It was embedded, indoctrinated, and it was programmed into my consciousness that Armageddon is going to be here at any moment. If you watch my first video, I think I said in there that if there was a bad thunderstorm, your boy was like wondering, is this it right now? This might be Armageddon. But yet, I'm 48 years old and it still ain't here. And if you're older than me and you're a witness or an ex-witness, you know doggone well, man, you done spent your whole life on a promise that ain't never came true. If I told you I'm coming to your house and I stop and I keep saying I'm coming, I'm not coming, you gonna be like, man, this dude lying. And that's how the Jehovah's Witnesses are. And when I talk about Jehovah's Witnesses, I'm specifically referring to the leaders who give us information supposedly from the Creator, right? They have a channel from the Creator, but yet they're uninspired at the same time and imperfect, which to me doesn't make sense at all. How can you be uninspired but yet claim to have a channel to the Almighty God, the Creator of everything? So in this video, I kind of want to talk about these broken promises that they've been promising for years. Every convention, every summer, you know, at the end of a 3-day convention that Jehovah's Witnesses have every summer throughout the world, at least for me, at the end of every convention, everybody's crying and clapping because they're like, this might be the last time that we get together because Armageddon's going to be here. You're convinced that Armageddon is coming. And it still ain't here. Year after year, month after month, week after week, you're told these promises that do not come true. And if you gotta be honest with yourself. You really gotta be honest with yourself and be like, man, why they keep saying something that ain't happening? But yet I still believe it. They say, wait on Jehovah. You see, wait on Jehovah. He's going to fulfill his promises. You have to be patient and wait. Well, people in 1919 were told that they would never die. People in 1920, 21 said that they will never die. Millions of people. There's the book published by Joseph Rutherford that millions now living will never die. That was a straight up lie. And over the decades of these promises, they're always coming. It's going to be here any minute. And it still ain't here. I know 1975, after I did my research, I found out 1975 was a big year that Jehovah's Witnesses thought the end was really coming. And it didn't come. I was born in 1976. I'm glad it didn't come because I wouldn't be here right now. And a lot of you probably wouldn't be here. But the point is, even by the end of the 20th century, they say it was going to be here. And it still ain't came. And you got to ask yourself, if I'm still believing in this, why? Is it the social network I have? You know, is it my family keeping me in? Are you looking at things objectively? Another question you got to ask yourself is these changes. The changes that continually happen. If you just look up you can just Google changes for Jehovah's Witnesses on Google. Excuse me. Wikipedia, that's what it is. It will give you a list by decade of all the changes. All the changes. You know, 1 minute, vaccines are from the devil. That's from Satan. And now we encourage you to get vaccines, or disfellowshipping, or what's they call it from the Catholic Church. They didn't call it disfellowshipping. Excommunicate. That was the word. That was wrong before, and they said the Catholics did it, and that was wrong. Then in 52, 53, they started doing it. Them just a couple of changes. There were changes about organ transplants. There's been changes about blood transfusions. You got to ask yourself, why are the changes? I'm going to tell you why it's all the changes. Because it's a business. I'm a business owner. I run a barbershop. I have for years. And periodically, I need to make adjustments to prices, to services. I have to make adjustments in order to improve my business. You see, it's just a man, just me, making changes to make the business more efficient and to make it more profitable. And so Jehovah's Witnesses, the leaders, have to make changes and adjustments, not from God, but from themselves. They have to make these changes to make the business more profitable. It's a business, that's all. If God created man with a beard, and you were told by a man that you cannot wear a beard, but yet they say the Bible is our authority and the Bible does not condemn beards, why did it take so long for them to finally say, you know what? The Bible doesn't really we know it don't condemn. It's like cutting the lion, the male lion, the mane. It's like cutting the mane off a lion. That's something that was created for the man. That distinguishes the male lion from the female lion. This distinguishes male from female. Men in Bible times wore beards. I remember in conventions, they would put on those fake beards. But those brothers was clean shaven, but they would wear the beards for the dramas. Brothers would talk about, and I was one of them, who would go on vacation and let your facial hair grow a little bit. But as soon as you got back in town, it's time to cut that off. You know, when you think about the false promises, broken promises, all the changes, it just really doesn't make sense. And I just want to just get on here. This is my little rant. And more videos are coming. I have a professional videographer for my business, and he wants to do these videos for me. So I have better quality videos coming with some maybe illustrations and images and things like that. But I just want, if you're a Jehovah's Witness, if you're seeing this, and I'm sure at some point somebody I know that knew me growing up is like, Tim is doing video. Yes. And I hope you watch more of them. And I hope you watch other people too. There are thousands. Matter of fact, there are millions who have left this organization, but thousands are on YouTube trying to get you to wake up, open your eyes, open the eyes of your mind, your spiritual eye, and know for a fact that what you believe comes from man. That's it. It's man-made. I was a ministerial servant. I never became an elder, even though I remember being encouraged to, or I'm sorry, not encouraged, but talked to about, hey, we looking at you, be an elder. I'm glad it didn't happen, but I was a ministerial servant. I gave public talks, outgoing talks on the school. People were like, oh man, you're such a great speaker, and and all that stuff. And it's funny how it inflates that ego, and you think, oh, well, I am pretty good at this, huh? Because growing up as Jehovah's Witnesses, your confidence is suppressed. Self-confidence, your self-worth is suppressed. It's pushed down because you are told to be, I'm a good-for-nothing slave. That's the mentality. Be very humble. It's nothing wrong with being humble, but the humility you're in this organization is on another level, a lower level. It's in the basement. And so my self-worth growing up was next to nil, and I didn't know much about myself. And I'm not learning myself until after I got out of this organization. I'm learning so much about myself, and I'm still learning. And it's a beautiful thing, because I am God's son. I am one of God's creations, and you're one of God's creations too. You don't need another imperfect man to tell you what's right and what's wrong. You see? So I just want to get on here and share today some of my thoughts that I've been holding back on. And I have more videos like these where I got to get on here and just, I feel like it's my responsibility to let as many people as possible know, whoever comes across this channel, that I was born and raised as one of Jehovah's Witnesses. I was raised in this religion that I consider to be a cult. And if you look up the signs of a cult, you'll find that Jehovah's Witnesses fit a lot of the characteristics of a cult, and it's out in the open, and the people appear nice and everything, and a lot of them are genuine people just being misled. A lot of them suffer from alcoholism, depression, a lot of mental issues, and you're told to wait on Jehovah. Jehovah's going to fix all of that in the new system. In the meantime, give us your time, give us your energy, give us your resources, give us your life. I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for being here.